How long have you been an ICE agent?
11 years.
11 years?
Yeah.
What have been some of the changes?
It's different now.
Well, don't forget, he spent a lot of time under Obama.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. What have been the differences?
It's a little bit, we got a little bit more free reign now. That's basically it. But not much has changed, honestly, except we got like kind of the shackles have been taken off of us a little bit, so. Yeah. That's about it.
Now, trying to keep up with this, as you know, because I'm Uncle Sam. You work for me, right?
I always tell him that.
Yeah, it's a big. The way I understand it, trying to get rid of is the coaching, so they you know, what they say. In other words, I feel threatened, or I feel like that gets them in.
Yep. Sanctuary.
Is catch and release still going on?
Not as much, because there's subtle changes, but there's a little bit of that going on. I mean, it gets kind of complicated. It depends on the person. It's always like a case-by-case thing, but there's still a little bit of that going on. Not nearly as much as it used to be, because we're not coming in by the same numbers.
Now, with other people working in the government, I hear that a bureaucracy is still clogging it up. In other words, there's a lot of partisans still in place that might be clogging the wheels up. Do you find any of that in where you are, or not?
It's hard to say, because like not a lot has changed over the past. Like I said, the only thing that we have is like we don't have as many restrictions with the type of people we arrest. That's about it.
Now the other thing is MS-13 has been a big problem in the Northeast, and especially on Long Island, where I'm from.
Yeah, and not too far from us.
I don't mean to interrupt, Uncle Sam. I just want to shake your hand. I'm a big fan.
Oh, thank you.
I send your videos from YouTube.
Oh, thank you. Did you get a get out of jail free card from Hillary Clinton?
Oh, she's never gonna get out. I will guard that cell myself.
No, I love the fluoride one too.
Yeah, take one with you.
I've listened to you on InfoWars too.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Alex Jones, baby.
Well, I assume you subscribe to my channel.
On YouTube.
Yes, thank you.
Here, I want to give you something for it. Do you have any?
Hey, listen, we're gonna run. I'm gonna put this right on my desk.
All right, thank you very much. Check out the.
No, we were passing through, so.
Yeah, check out my site and all. If you would, no.
Take care now.
I love all your stuff. It's awesome.
I played him a video of you arguing with that crazy school teacher. What a psychopath! My son listens to Alex Jones, and they just get more violent and mad, and you can't have a conversation. You can't show them facts. They melt down. They get triggered. They freak out.
Now, I just posted one this morning, which is the guy was like, he held his cool. He was cool. He's dumb as a box of rocks, but he was all right. In other words, it was a good conversation, but I really kind of had a chance to expose his stupidity. I mean, give an example. Well, just give an example. When I brought up the idea that all the Russian bots, they supposedly flipped the election, right? All posted it in Russian.
They didn't translate it.
Right, they didn't translate it, and this guy's trying to convince me that wouldn't have made a difference. People have translators. They just went and translated it. Like, yeah, everybody's going to go, I don't even, spell check I don't even deal with. I'm going to go through, and like, try to, what did this Russian bot say?
The Russian ads on Facebook, they didn't even translate them to English.
Yeah.
Like, it's really sad and it's scary to realize how uninformed and low IQ some of the people are. It's like, do you really not get, like, most people be like, no, it's bad. It's crazy, and I try to always just tell people stuff. He thinks I'm crazy. I'm like,
she's a little.
I'm like, I'm not.
All women are.
But I tell him, I'm like, Martin.
Yeah, good.
I'm sorry.
There's different kind of crazies.
But you know what? I can tell him something, but when I show him, he goes, oh, I'll show him the proof, and then he's like, wow. I'm like, yeah, that's how bad things.
Well,
really
they're losing because of the internet. I mean, everybody's an Einstein with a search engine.
Yeah.
Just give someone a phrase. I always say, look, you've seen my videos. I say, I'll challenge it. Come on up, 10 to 1 odds. Put up $10. Look this up. Look this phrase up and tell me if it's...
I'll bet you prove me wrong.
I mean, I'm not going to come out here in the streets and start spewing things unless I, 99% sure I'm going to go ahead and win that, that buck. It just shows the insanity that you brought up.
That's why some of the things she says, I'm like, Maybe we didn't go to the moon. You know how they say we didn't go.
But I'll give you one more down to the earth that, you know, people go, oh, yeah. If you haven't caught this video, it's called the bravest cop you'll ever meet. And it was a guy out here, 10 years military intelligence, 10 years instructor at the Sheriff's Academy in Louisiana. He's seen my work before, we've talked briefly. He came by and he gave me a half hour the last time he came by. And I just grilled him. I just wondered, I says, man, I says, you know, normally when guys are in the service, you know, they're still coy about their answers. This guy was not coy at all. I was asking him things about, you know, false flags and how when cops get caught up in them, the school shootings. When I asked about Sandy Hook, first 2 words out of his mouth, completely staged. And then he gave me...
the school closed?
Yeah, for 4 years.
Closed.
Yeah, for 4 years.
Yeah, the school wasn't even open.
It wasn't even open.
They staged open.
And there's always a drill the same day.
Yeah.
And you know, and they knew what they were doing. It was a capstone event because it's so traumatizing when it's a child. You don't want to look into it. And I finally was like, okay, I'm looking into this. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And it was just all right there. And then the kids' pictures were popping up in India at other events. And it was like,
Get over here in the shade, man.
I know, I want to take a picture with you. Can I?
Oh, of course you can.
No, we're going back, and she wants to.
Graduation party.
Oh, terrific.
I would love to take a picture of you.
Some guy just came by and said his daughter graduated from Tulane last night. He was there at the ceremony. So he felt like it was all
9,000 people.
And he says
Wow.
it was. You can believe it. They had Black Lives Matter in there, saying Black Lives. Yeah.
That's freaking.
I know.
Oh, but there are opportunities.
Right.
Okay. Well, I was gonna let Caroline hold this. Will you take one of my cameras? You just hit the little button.
I'll send it.
I'm just a huge fan. I tell him, I said, the next time we go, I want to meet Uncle Sam.
And what is your name?
I'm Tony.
Tony, it's been a pleasure.
Pleasure to meet you too.
No, we have seen.
Well, you keep fighting the good fight, because I'm like,
Thank you,
do
Tony.
realize
God bless you.
who
Thank
this
you.
guy takes on? And that one lady, her big like Swedish or Finnish boyfriend, she was like pushing him. Remember that? She was just started freaking. I was like, okay.